Hello, hello. Today we're going to be talking about the race for North America that happens after the Spanish colonize South America. We're going to be looking at how England and France try to get in on the colonial game that Spain has started. Here are your goals. Please note the two vocabulary words off to the right. So, as a result of the Spanish conquest of the New World, which we talked about in our last video, Spain emerges as the wealthiest and most powerful European nation. This happens for sort of a complex reason. Basically, the main thing Spain gets out of the New World is lots and lots of silver. And using giant treasure fleets, like the one you see pictured there, they transported tons of silver back to Spain. And with all this silver, Spain was able to buy more ships and weapons and to pay soldiers. So all of a sudden, Spain now has the biggest army and the biggest navy in all of Europe. And they can use this army and this navy to basically push their neighbors around. They can start fights, they can win wars, they can do whatever they want. Obviously, Spain's neighbors don't like this, so they're going to react. So Spain's two most powerful neighbors are England and France, which you see pictured there on the map. So England and France and Spain have kind of been fighting and pushing around for control of Western Europe for a long time. And now that all of a sudden Spain has emerged as being really powerful, England and France need to do something, need to change up their game if they want to compete. And so what they decide to do, along with a lot of other stuff, is they decide that they're going to try and copy Spain. They're going to try and beat Spain at its own game. So they're also going to try and discover new territories and to claim these territories and set up colonies there. So if you look at this map, you'll see that by the time England and France get around to exploring the New World, most of Central and South America is already taken. There's really nowhere to go down there. So what England and France decide to do is they decide that they're going to explore North America. And so both England and France finance huge navies and send them out to explore North America. The most famous guy for England is this guy named John Cabot, who goes out and explores the coast of Canada. And the most famous French explorer from this time period is Jacques Cartier, and he explores Canada and the St. Lawrence River. And so both England and France start to stake claims to the east coast of North America in order to set up colonies there at a later date. But they can't really do this right now because Spain is still the most powerful nation. And if they tried to go out there, they might get attacked and taken over by the Spanish Navy. So something has to happen before France and England can set up shop in the New World. So this showdown comes with Spain in 1588, when England basically picks a fight with Spain. And one of the main things, and it's pretty complicated, but one of the main things that England does is they begin to hire pirates to attack the Spanish treasure ships. So the Spanish treasure ships are carrying thousands and thousands of pounds of silver across the Atlantic all the time. And these pirates attack these ships and steal all the treasure and take it back to England. And England uses this treasure to pay for more ships. So England is building up its navy to take on the Spanish navy. Spain gets angry about this, and they attempt to invade England and basically take it over. And so they assemble this huge fleet known as the Spanish Armada. Basically, Spain gets all of its ships together and sends this huge group of ships up to England to try and attack it. But the English are able to defeat the Spanish Armada. They're able to defeat it both because of good luck and because of good strategy. Good luck is because the storms come around and destroy parts of the Spanish Armada. But the English Navy is also very well managed, and they have better strategies than the Spanish ships. And so when this happens and the Spanish Armada is defeated, the Spanish Navy is basically destroyed, and Spain is all of a sudden a lot weaker. So what this means is that England and France are now able to move into the New World now that the Spanish Navy is gone. And so basically this is what gets set up in the next 100 years after the Spanish Armada. So as you can see on the map, Spain still controls the largest part of the New World. They control all of Mexico, they control Florida, the Caribbean islands, and large parts of South America. But France and England are also starting to move in on the game. So you can see that France, which is that orangey color, is claiming large parts of Canada and is moving down the St. Lawrence River to the Great Lakes. And they're going to keep expanding inland until eventually they get to the Mississippi River. England, on the other hand, is colonizing the east coast of North America. So they're setting up colonies, little basically towns, where they're sending over English people to live there and to set up trading posts and farms and stuff like that. So these two colonies, the French colonies and the British colonies, are growing and expanding. And there are two main British colonies, English colonies, that I want to talk about a lot more in later videos. There's a big one set up down in Virginia that's mainly growing a lot of crops, and there's a big one set up in Massachusetts in the north that is more focused on trade and shipbuilding and stuff like that. So we're going to talk more about both of these in later videos. This is just a general overview of how France and England get started colonizing North America. Here are your goals again. I hope that you can now answer all of these questions and that you know what those vocabulary words are. I look forward to talking about this stuff with you guys more tomorrow.